In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a Bitcoin paper wallet, send funds to it, check your balance, and withdraw. I'm Louise Elizabeth and welcome to Every Bit Helps. I really hope you enjoyed this video today, and if you do, then please give me a like, hit the subscribe button, and share if you feel that others may benefit. Also, please do head over to my website at www.everybithelps.co.uk where related blog post is also available. There are several different types of ways that you can store your Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. There are hardware wallets, such as the likes of a Ledger Nano S or a Trezor, which I've previously created videos for. And then you have software wallets, so you have the likes of an Exodus wallet or something like blockchain.com. Now, if your crypto is on the likes of an exchange, such as Coinbase or Binance, please note this is not a wallet as you don't have control over your funds without your private keys. Creating a Bitcoin paper wallet is considered one of the safest ways to store your Bitcoin, as long as you do it correctly. With a paper wallet, your funds are stored offline and therefore one step away from online threats such as hackers. By printing a paper wallet, it puts you in control of your funds and you can store them away safely to minimize exposure. And a paper wallet is exactly what it says. It's a Bitcoin wallet that is printed and made of paper, although technically it can be made of other materials. And the paper wallet will display your public Bitcoin address on the left-hand side here, so that's for loading and verifying, and you have an associated QR code here from mobile devices. On the right-hand side, you have your private key, and that's for spending. That's also the key that you need to keep very private to yourself and ensure that you don't share with others, as essentially when someone has access to this private key, they will be able to take control of your funds and spend with them. Now, I previously did create a tutorial on how to create a Bitcoin paper wallet, but this is a more recent update. And creating paper wallets is pretty simple to do, although it does include some extra security steps just to ensure the safety of your newly created wallet. And to start creating your wallet, you'll obviously need access to a printer, and then we're going to head over to an address, which is bitaddress.org. Now, when creating your Bitcoin paper wallet, you need to ensure that you're doing so offline. This is so that you're creating it safely in case your computer has any kind of virus or malware that then could compromise your wallet. So the first thing we need to do is go to our menu bar on our browser and go to File, Save Page As. And we're going to be saving this as a web page. And now what we want to do is we want to shut down our browser and disconnect from your Wi-Fi or internet connection. And once you've removed yourself from that, you can open up that web page. One of the safest ways to open up this file would actually to be opening it up on a computer that has never touched the internet. However, for the purposes of this tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm simply just going to open up my file. Now, to start creating this Bitcoin paper wallet, what we need to do is we need to keep moving our cursor around. You'll see a lot of green dots appearing, and we need to keep going until that reaches 100%. And if you just want to create a simple wallet, you can obviously just click onto print here now that we have our public key and we have our secret or private key here on the right-hand side. But if you prefer a better design and nicer artwork, you can click onto paper wallet at the top here. By default, it will create 3 addresses. However, you can actually change that to 1 and click onto generate. And you can also add extra security, so you can add a password into here by clicking onto the tick box and entering in a passphrase into this section. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to click onto print to print this. But however, before you actually print this, you want to make sure that your printer is not connected to the internet and that you connect directly to your printer. It may also be worth printing out a few different copies of the wallet just in case of any damage, and just make sure that you keep it somewhere really safe away from any kind of potential harm or damage like things like water or condensation. Now, if for any reason you do need to store this electronically offline somewhere, one thing to be aware of is not to save the image as. So what I'm saying is if I go to right click and save image as, and if I open up this file, you'll see that my Bitcoin address and my private key are not appearing on this image. Now, one of the worst things that you could do is obviously send funds across before you actually print it out, send it across and then no longer have access to these addresses. So if for any reason you do need to store this electronically, what you want to do is actually screen capture this. As you can see, you can now see your Bitcoin address and your private key appearing on screen. However, the safest way is obviously to print this off and store it offline. As I alluded to earlier, it is important that you don't save your funds on an exchange, as you won't have access to your private keys and therefore no control over your funds. Also, an exchange is way more likely to get hacked. So it's recommended that you send your funds to a wallet. In this example, I'm going to be sending my funds from Coinbase and onto my Bitcoin paper wallet. So to start with, what I'm going to do is just log on to Coinbase. Now, for those of you who are new to Coinbase, you can actually get $10 of free Bitcoin, and what I'll do is I'll put my link in the summary below, as well as my full tutorial on Coinbase if you're not familiar with it. So what we now want to do is we want to send funds from Coinbase onto our paper wallet. So what I'm going to do is go to Bitcoin, head over to my wallet, and send. And at this point, it's asking me to enter in my Bitcoin address. So that is the public address appearing on the left-hand side of my Bitcoin paper wallet. Now you will need to do this manually, so what I'm going to do is just type that in now. Or alternatively, you can use the QR code. And it then asks me how much funds I'd like to send across, so I'm going to send across $10, and then I'm going to need to click on to continue. And your funds will now be sent across to your paper wallet. What I'm going to take you through next is checking your balance and withdrawing the Bitcoin from your paper wallet. And this will all depend on where you wish to withdraw it to. In this example, I'm going to show you how to withdraw your Bitcoin to a blockchain.com wallet so that you could then, for example, sell it out to fiat. So to begin, you'll need to log into your blockchain.com wallet. Now, again, I do have a full tutorial and review of blockchain.com, and I'll pop it in the summary below. But the first thing we need to do is go across to our settings that appears in the right-hand corner here. Then if you go to wallets and addresses, and what we're going to do is we're going to be importing a Bitcoin address. So what we're going to do is click onto the icon here. And we're going to be importing an existing address that has been generated outside of this wallet because we generated our paper wallet outside of blockchain.com. So tick on the box. Then it's asking us to enter in our Bitcoin address or private key. I'm going to just go away and put it in my public address into this section now. Now, when you are putting your public key into this section, you will then be prompted to enter in your private key later when you're doing things such as sending funds. But for the moment, we're just entering in our public Bitcoin address into this section. And you can also put in a label in here, something a little bit meaningful, like the fact that it is your Bitcoin paper wallet. Then click on to import. And you can now see that your Bitcoin paper wallet is now appearing in here, and you can also view the balance of that wallet. So that's coming out at about $10, so that's the funds that we obviously sent across to this paper wallet earlier. And what we're now going to do is we're actually going to withdraw the funds from the paper wallet so that you could send it to the likes of the Pit, or you could send it to another online or software wallet. So what we're going to do is we're going to click onto the send button at the top of the screen. So the type of currency that we're obviously going to be sending is Bitcoin. And now in the from section, you can see here that you have something like an imported address. So that's showing my label here, and it shows me the available balance that I have in here also. So I'm just going to select that. And then it asks me where I would like to send my funds to. So I can either send that to the likes of an external Bitcoin address, or I can send it to my wallet for blockchain.com. I can also send it across to the Pit. So for those of you who aren't aware, the Pit is blockchain.com's own trading platform. Again, I've done a full tutorial for that. I'll pop it in the summary below for those of you who aren't aware what it is, but it allows you to sell out to fiat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select my Bitcoin wallet for the moment. And as you can see, what it's asking me to do is, before I can send any funds, it's asking me to enter in my private Bitcoin address. So what I need to do is go away and take that away from the right-hand side of my Bitcoin paper wallet. And you need to enter this in manually, or alternatively, you can use the QR code. Then you can put in the amount, and I'm going to choose $9.50 because obviously I need to include the amount of transaction fees that I'm going to need to pay. And then I'm going to click on to continue. And then I'll send my Bitcoin. So that's how you can create, send, and withdraw from a paper wallet. And I hope you enjoyed this video today, and if you did, then please give me a like, hit the subscribe button, and please do head over to my website at www.everybithelps.co.uk for more tips, reviews, and step-by-step guides. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.